You're a data professional who is curious about stepping up into a data product manager role? Amazing. Make sure to watch this episode through and through because you're about to learn what exactly is involved in becoming a data product manager, the best books to read to land the job, and what superpowers you want to make sure to develop before seeking out that role. For the very best data leadership and business building advice, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when a new episode drops each week. Hi, I'm Lillian Pierson, and I am a data professional turned data entrepreneur since 2012. I am qualified to talk about data product management because 1, I've owned and managed data products in my own business since 2014, and 2, I've been privileged enough to have the opportunity to educate well over 1 million data professionals on topics of data science and AI. My whole mission in life is to help data professionals transform into world-class data leaders and entrepreneurs. In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 books in particular, and I'll be sure to link to those books in the description below. But those books are Product Management Sacred 7, Designing Data-Intensive Applications, and Cracking the PM Interview. A quick little side note about why I'm covering this topic today. I was just really inspired. I've been learning a lot about the data product management role, and back in, I guess it was 2017, I came out with a series which I turned into an ebook called A Badass's Guide to Breaking Into Data. And that ebook sort of went viral. Lots and lots of people got the book, and it helped them make the transition into the data professions. And so I wanted to try to start working towards developing something like that for data product managers. Today is installment number 1. I have got a challenge for you right now. I dare you to stop the video and in the comments below, write out your best definition for what is a data product manager. This is just a fun game, and I'm going to tell you the answer in just a few moments. Okay, answering the question, what is a data product manager? Look, product manager in general is a very data intensive role. In fact, most people would categorize that as a role within the data professions. In general, product managers manage all of the processes involved in development and launch of a company's products. So this includes things like ideation, research, design, development, performance evaluation, and launch. That's definitely just for starters. Got it? Okay, so now let's talk about a data product manager. Data product managers are expected to cover all of those same type of responsibilities and some. So where a product manager uses data to guide their decision making in terms of product development and launch, a data product manager uses data more. So a data product manager goes deeper into the data science and predictive analytics to guide and govern all of the decisions around the product. So instead of stopping at the data analyst level in terms of evaluating data on the product, a data product manager would go ahead and actually build machine learning models and use sophisticated data science algorithms in order to uncover deeper insights that will then lead product development decisions, launch decisions, and overall product strategy. So data product manager is just able to go in there and get a layer or 2 deeper in terms of data analysis and machine learning in order to uncover deeper insights about the product and make even better informed decisions as a product leader than the standard product manager would be responsible to do. So in short, a data product manager is just a product manager who has more sophisticated capabilities with respect to machine learning and is able to uncover deeper data insights related to the product in order to help inform and make better educated decisions about product development, launch, and strategy. It's just a more data intensive role than standard product management. Product Management Sacred 7. I love this book for so many reasons. One of the things I love about this, essentially what it comes down to is a Bible for product managers, is the fact that it is so modular. You can basically pick up in the area of your interest and learn just so much from the pages of this book. This book spills the tea on everything from tech business strategy to pricing and data privacy. I really do think it should be renamed the PM's Bible just because the information it contains is so incredibly valuable. Just to put a little perspective on the value of this book, I've spent over $50,000 on business coaching and courses related to growing my own business. We've hit multiple 6 figures in my data business, and I've helped other data entrepreneurs do the same in the first 7 months of their own businesses. And even with all of that, I've seen stuff inside this book that is truly just ninja shit. It has totally blown my mind. In terms of what others have to say, it has 228 reviews so far on Amazon with a 4.8 star rating. It is a new book, and the gist of the book is basically this. The authors themselves are some best companies, of course, and what they did was they ended up surveying and interviewing 67 product managers from the world's finest companies across 4 different continents, and they took all of that research findings and they basically broke it down into an essential framework for what makes a truly great product manager. They found 7 core pillars that distinguished an average product manager from a truly great and exceptional one. Those are product design, economics, marketing and growth, psychology, UI and UX, law and policy, and data science. So the book covers each of those topics in pretty good depth. And within each of these pillars, this book shares insider strategies that were developed within the walls of the world's greatest technology companies. What it's not, though, is not a book that you pick up and you learn how to craft your resume or to answer interview questions in order to land the job. It doesn't help you prepare for an interview or get up to speed on the skills you need in order to land a product management job. This is for PMs who want to go from good to great. The authors are Neil Mehta, Parth Detroja, and Aditya Agashi. And if you want more from them, they've got a few other books, and they've also actually developed something called the Product Alliance, which is a program that helps people actually land jobs as product managers. Their other books are Swipe to Unlock, which is an extremely reputable book. It's a business and technology primer, and I believe they have one other book for product managers. But so this is not the book to read if you're just looking to fill the requirements in order to land a job. So the topics in this book are pretty sophisticated if you don't have a solid product management background. Even if you just read through this book and you only get half of it, I think that doing so would help you develop a perspective that would be immensely helpful to you as you're building out your career and skill sets as a data product manager. So if you're watching this video and you're like, this sounds really rad, I had no idea you could do this sort of cool thing with a data background, that's awesome. There are actually over 50 types of incredible roles that you can land within the data professions. And so I wanted to encourage you to learn more about that by watching the video on discovering your inner data superhero. I will leave a link to that in the description below. The next book we're going to talk about is Designing Data-Intensive Applications. The reason that I love this book is it's an excellent high-level overview of the data engineering and software engineering requirements that go into building data-intensive solutions. Of course, it's a very popular book amongst data professionals, and at the time of this recording, it had 1,307 reviews at 4.8 stars on Amazon. The author of this book is Martin Kleppmann, and he has a blog as well as an 8-series course that can be used as a companion with this book if you're interested in learning more. But in terms of why this book is so vital for the success of data product managers, it's just this. Look, if you're coming into a company and you are a product manager for a technical product, then you probably want to have a pretty good understanding of how all the technology is working, because you're going to be working to support teams, your teams of engineers and designers. So you really need to have a good understanding of the technical consistency, the tech that makes up your products, of course, right, naturally. But if you're coming in as a data product manager, then it will absolutely be assumed that you understand the data systems and the data technologies that support data-intensive solutions, right? The thing is, I know enough data professionals to know that's not always the case. Some people come in and maybe they have an analyst background, or if you are building data visualizations, if you haven't had the chance to get more into the nuts and bolts of software engineering and data engineering that supports data-intensive predictive applications, this is as good a time as any to make sure you're up to speed on how the technology all works, so that when you go in as a DPM, you can cover the bases. And the last book that I wanted to talk about in this video is called Cracking the PM Interview. Of course, this book is all about how to get a job as a product manager, data product managers included. What I really, really love about this book is it gives you an insider perspective. It gives you insider tips about what to look for in terms of companies that you might potentially want to work for. And it really helps you to understand what would be a good fit for you given your personality and your ambitions, and what type of companies would not. In terms of what other people are saying, it's got 972 reviews so far with a 4.8 rating, so it's overwhelmingly popular. Now, the gist of the book, it's very much like Sacred 7 in that it's a survey book. It's a compilation collection of really well-experienced, highly esteemed product managers, and they tell their stories of their careers, how they landed the job, how they got promoted, what their experience was like in various companies. But the book is also full of great takeaways. So the authors help extrapolate the core details. For example, if you know you want to move up the career ladder and get promoted quickly, they mention that it's a good idea to go for a product management job in a startup environment. The book is chock full of interview questions, guidance on how you should answer those questions, as well as resume before and afters. I just think that this book is a really, really important book to read for anyone who's considering becoming a data product manager, just because you don't want to go into a new job flying blind and perhaps take a job at a company that, while that looks cool from the outside, but you don't really understand the culture and the nuances of working as a product manager at that company or in that environment. And this book helps you understand actually what, all of the big 5 companies, what it's like to work as a data product manager there, as well as all kinds of awesome startups. So you can avoid getting yourself into troublesome situations or landing jobs that really just don't make you happy. The authors are Gail Lackman-Dowell and Jackie Bavaro. They've also got another really highly esteemed book called Cracking the PM Career, as well as some books for software engineers that are also career guidance, career coaching for software engineers. I did a little peeking around their website, and it looks like from the context of the book and also their website, they may at times take on one-on-one coaching clients or group coaching. I'm not really sure, but it may be worth reaching out to them if you're considering becoming a data product manager and you'd like that extra bit of guidance from world-renowned leaders. Ask any data product manager around. A vital component of being successful as a data product manager is data strategy. And if that's something that's interesting to you, I have got excellent news. Over on my website, I have got a data strategy action plan, which is a step-by-step checklist and a Trello board planner for data professionals who want to get unstuck and up-leveled into their next data career promotion by delivering a fail-proof data strategy plan. I'll put a link to it in the description below if you'd like to check it out. If you liked this video, be sure to show it some love by giving it a thumbs up and tell me in the comments below what aspect of data product management in the career is most exciting to you and why. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you'll be first to know when the next episode drops.